Hey, what's up guys? Noxfox here with some more Vainglory and actually doing some ranked here. Oh my goodness, and I'm going in as Petal. I think this might be my first time actually doing ranked, like legit ranked with Petal here. I've definitely done jungle before. I think I've done Jewel before as ranked. Somehow I ended up as Petal. I don't even really remember. We were doing draft mode, and I'm assuming I don't even know if we were on comms. The amount of pings makes me think that we weren't on comms for this one. We probably weren't, because like this was another one that was part of that one session I was talking about, where we had the Black Feather video, then recently had the Rhyme video, and then now this one. So I think it was all part of that same session. I don't think we had comms. So yeah, going in as Petal, in ranked, with no comms, kind of thrilling, I guess. Was a bit curious to see how things were gonna go. As soon as like I saw like the enemy team, I was not too happy. It was draft mode, so I guess I saw it coming. I'm trying to remember what my emotions were at the time. I do not like Sky. I do not like Vox when playing Petal. Both of those, basically those two heroes and Taka are like my real main concerns as Petal most of the time. But as we can see, if you if you engage Sky right, you can kind of jump over a lot of her nonsense with the Petal jump. And now that Petal jump gives you some nice little damage boost, it tends to work out pretty well. And we're gonna go ahead and clean this up fairly easily. A pretty commanding win overall. Geo Penguin got a little bit low, but I stayed fine. I don't know. I guess they were just focusing Arden for some reason. Honestly, that's not entirely a strange concept. A lot of times, the support will get focused in early game. Just they just sometimes end up being a little easier to manage. So yeah, as you can see there, just jumping over Sky's A. It just allows me to avoid the damage and get damage on my own. This early in the game, with her limited ability to use her skills, she can't really use them in complete rapid session yet. So being able to avoid those and keep the fight going works very well, as demonstrated. So yeah, that's the main thing. So Sky can be very scary. As long as you can outmaneuver her, things go pretty well. But it's not easy to do, of course. And so this, I'm getting a little bit aggressive, probably just a bit on on just a victory high from picking up 2 kills this early and completely outplaying the Sky at this point. I'm short on a Munyon. I don't know if I guess I don't realize it. Plant the seed, you dummy. And then I get stuck in the shop. There's like a fight going on. I'm trying to like get through the shop as quick as possible. Luckily, Sky seems to have either completely whiffed her A, or it all landed on the Munyons, because I did not take hardly any damage. I picked up the shield early, which I didn't mention, and then now I finally got my heavy prism, because like I said, I'm really worried about Sky and Vox. These are my big concerns. And Catherine is just a really good support with those two, because if she stuns me, that puts me in a really bad position. But we're gonna go ahead and clean up lane, since our our laner gets completely ganked, which seems to be a common theme between all these videos. I don't know. Rigo keeps getting ganked in lane, keeps getting killed. What's up with that? Ben, are you watching? What's up with that? Yeah, like I said, these are all part of the same session, and I'm like kind of recording these all together, and I'm noticing a trend of Ringo getting killed in lane. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go for the Frostburn for the control. It's very nice, especially on a mobile team like this. It's gonna be even more important to be able to slow down Vox and Sky. Yeah, actually, it's kind of nice being able to do videos this way. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but doing the post recording, it's pretty nice. I don't always do it, but I've had to do it for these ones. Because of the crunch on VGL, I barely had time to do like anything, so I haven't had time to like sit down, get my full setup going, the camera going, and do videos. But I will be able to soon. The the video I was working on just released, the one for the Gangstars Academy, which was part of the crunch time VGL, because we needed to have that out by VGL. So yeah, if you haven't checked those out, if you haven't checked out Gangstars Academy, go ahead and do that. As I feel this time of not much happening, with some shameless promotions for my own work. Well, not just my work. Many people work very hard on those videos, so yeah, check them out. But anyways, yep, a little bit of an exchange in the lane. We do some damage, kind of put them on the ropes, which frees us up to go through the jungle, but there's really nothing to pick up. And it's just gonna end up being a sightseeing tour. But as we can see from the effects, so I went ahead and pinged our backs because obviously since they're not there and the other two were in the lane, I'm assuming that Sky went to our backs, which they did. And as soon as I looked over there, we could see the particle effects from Sky, signifying that she was there. And poor Benny Boo is gonna go down again, perhaps. But Sky is not getting away. She's just throwing herself at that turret. The ult there, not necessary, but it sure did look damn cool, didn't it? Wasn't necessary at all, but I was so worked up from my need to avenge Benny Boo that I went ahead and blew Catherine to smithereens with my ult. And we're gonna just go ahead and dive for this Vox. Let's dive, dive, dive. We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna jump right on out, and we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fine. And we're gonna keep up those super cool Petal plays. But now I have a very mobile Sky that's angry at me. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through this. I'm trying to get my minions to attack her, so they'll apply the Frostburn, but it just does not work out. So I finally get shut down. But I have a good laugh about it. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do that. You gotta laugh when you die to keep the game fun. Otherwise, it just gets frustrating, right? And we've all been there. All been super frustrated. I can tell by the pings. They get nice. Ringo does manage to pick up Sky there before he drops, and I see a very vulnerable Catherine. Catherine is actually not very good at dealing with Petal's damage because the damage that comes out of the minions is very small but fast. They're very small hits but fast hits, which is entirely what Catherine is not good at dealing with. And Arden goes ahead and steals my glory, but I get the assist, so whatever. Kill secure, I have no problem with it. I do it all the time. Support. It can be a tough call as support, trying to decide whether you get the kill or try to wait for your jungler or your carry to pick it up, because you run the risk of letting the enemy get away entirely. If you don't know what they have up, if you don't know if they have boots up, or maybe an ult. In Catherine's case, the ult really wouldn't help. But for chasing some others, what abilities they have up really matter a lot. So we go ahead and get into a kind of close quarters engagement there. We pop the ult, get some good damage with that. The gauntlet lands down and gets like a pretty interesting split, but it doesn't capture the Sky, who is the mobile one, who I guess gets away. I missed if Ringo picks it up or not. He did pick up the box, so let's see. Do we have an ace buff? I don't see one, so I guess he didn't pick it up. But yeah, still really good overall. Get the coal mine. This guy is just gonna try to burn down the minions, which is annoying. But we get the turret. And this is that was way too of an aggressive move. Just unfortunately jumped in right as their friends was arriving. I should have known better. I saw my teammates kind of going for it, and I was like, and I just kind of got caught up in the moment. But yeah, absolutely a bad move, and that's gonna cost us a turret. Should have jumped in the other direction. Camera's gonna go crazy a little bit to try to focus on this fight. But Sky again just going too deep behind turret. And it's just gonna give us a kill there. Fox not gonna get away. He's pretty fast, but not faster than Ringo's bullets. And so we end up trading turrets. But potentially getting some of their jungle here. We'll see. Arden with the Atlas is going to be very helpful against Fox, who is honestly the really scary member at this moment. Sky, as much as I don't like Sky as Petal, hasn't been giving us too much of a hard time. But this, we really need the heal from this ult, which we get. So Vox goes down, so the scary one's down. Ringo's going to have no problem picking up the Sky, so it's worth it to me. I don't mind going down if I manage to take down the enemy carry like that. It's going to be worth it because now the fight is completely in our favor. And that allows them to deny some jungle. Yeah, so not a bad score, 8-15. In our team's favor. We have some okay vision down. We have some of the important stuff. There's not much else to do except look at the mini-map as I respawn here and try to come back. So, yep, go ahead, resume farm. Get our own farm. Get our own farm. Easy peasy. Ben getting caught out again. I guess face check the brush, I'm assuming. With no turret there. I mean, kind of a questionable decision. But oh well. He's a glaive main. What can we say? Alright, so yeah, again, we need to focus the Vox. Get the Vox down. Sky's gonna pick me up though. But the main thing is Vox is down, and Ringo's gonna have no problem with this composition. But Arden picks up the kill anyway, so Ringo has even less to worry about. And overall, we're gonna be fine. Don't know if we're gonna pick up this Catherine though. Catherine is pretty good at getting away. But nope, she's not gonna make it. Very nice. And yeah, you'll see a little variation with the build here. I'm picking up a Shatter rather than the Broken Myth. Something I'm trying out. All the scaling on CP now has made me curious to see if it might just be better to get the CP than the Broken Myth, because the Broken Myth definitely adds some nice damage, but since it gives no scaling to the Munions, and if the Munions get burnt down, you have no damage anyways. So I'm trying out getting the Shatter after the frost burn now, and it seems to work okay. Seems to work just fine. The main thing is just we need those Munions to stay up, because they basically are Petal's kit. Without the Munions, you have no kit. Alright, so we get Ben once again just charging into a brush. We try to back him up. The best that we can, but oh well. We get melted by Vox, as we should have, chasing them into an enclosed encounter. And at this point, I'm starting to get a little curious as to what Ben is trying to accomplish, as noticeable by the pings. Oof. Arden is going to go down, but it's going to be just... He's going to survive just long enough for us to deny an ace, which is very nice. An ace would be just even more trouble right now. Sky getting picked up quite easily. And we go ahead and finally hit level 12, get our ult maxed out. And possibly having some good times coming. Even though the Sky is down, we still have to worry about Vox. It's still the major concern. I think Vox is still up, right? Did somebody kill Vox? There he is. The awkward jump. My assumption is I was trying to jump away and just Petal just jumped in the wrong direction. but actually not going to be all bad. I mean, the Vox goes down, so kind of keeps us safe for a bit. Let me... I don't know if anybody heard that, but I'll go ahead and mute my phone. Okay, so obviously going for Kraken. Whoops, where's the camera going? Arden's trying to do something, either get a steal or just interrupt them. Looking like he's in a bit in trouble, so we gotta hustle. Okay, so did I get there just in time to not help at all and die? It's been again. So many throws this match. And then they're gonna get the Kraken anyways. So yeah, amazing. So Geo stops them from getting the Kraken. But it doesn't really matter. Because me and Ben are just gonna mess it up. Yeah, so don't do that, folks. Just let your support die. Remember, helping your friends is overrated. So yeah, at this point we can't be messing around. Just another incident like that will pretty much cost the game. We got to get out away from Vox in a hurry before they can open up an engagement. And now we have to prepare for this Kraken and the push that follows it. So we get all infused up. Get ready for some more shenanigans. And the Kraken is upon us. The Sky Ult goes down. Doesn't do too much, fortunately. Catherine's coming way far forward. It's going to take a lot of damage there. But Vox is what we really need to focus on, who goes... Or, well, Sky goes down. And Vox is going to be right behind him. Alright, cool. We get a nice cleanup there. Honestly, it's... we're still doing fine in these team fights. It's just we've had so many bad engagements in a row that it's made us look incredibly weak. Between the Ringo face check and the the two of us getting to Arden way too late to do anything and just getting killed, yeah, it's definitely made us look like we were in a much worse position than we are. But we're still doing pretty well in these team fights, fortunately. Like I said, it's mainly the Vox that we have to worry about. He's really the scary component of their team. As long as we can control him or burst him down, we'll be in pretty good shape. Ugh. I get caught by a stun, but I jump right out of the ult. Fortunately, try to ult, and I didn't even realize that something in that fight killed all my minions. Might have been the Sky ult. So the ult does nothing. It's a very sad time, but we pick up the Vox, and that's going to be really all we need, because soon after Vox, it's really not hard to pick up Sky. Ringo needs to survive, just so we have some damage after this cleanup. Oh, very nice. Gauntlet giving Ringo the opportunity to get close and do some damage. I don't have to worry about repercussions. And it's going to be just fine. Yeah, and I kind of forgot that happened with the Minion ult, so I didn't even think to look at what killed all my minions, but I'm guessing it was either the Sky ult or Vox did some resonance action that messed them up. Yeah, they dropped so fast. I did not expect it. Because literally all that had happened was I had got stunned, I jumped out into safety, turned on the fight and then tried to ult. And in the time it took to do all that, they all died apparently. Or 2 of them did. Well, actually, they probably all died, and then the one that I had was from the, maybe, like one of the seeds that I put down. Alright, so we got another engagement going down. The Sky ult, not landing on too much. Looked like it kind of got some hits on Ringo there. Vox taking some major damage. Catherine taking some major damage. Sky already going down, so things are still going very well for us. Catherine's going to get picked up, and I think Vox is just going to be too far away to really do anything. So we're just going to go ahead and turn around and get Kraken right after this region. Who's taking far too long to kill. There it goes. Alright, so there is the Kraken. And now the opportunity to do some damage. I'm already double infused, so not much to pick up from the shop. So many pings. I think Geo wants us to gather for the Warhorn, but he could just Warhorn the Kraken and it would get to where we are. The Kraken's really the one that needs the speed, not so much us. It's not like the Kraken's gonna leave us in the dust after he... And Arden going ahead and gonna gauntlet just to get over the wall, apparently. Not to really catch anybody. Oh, and oh, okay, that is gonna hurt. Ringo goes down way too fast, gets melted, and now without him around to do that single target damage, I'm just an easy pickup. But Geo is gonna keep the fight going, try to get as much damage. So we're trying to tell him to hit the turret, but he is just kind of dancing around the enemies here, which isn't all bad because that means they are not hitting the Kraken. And there's a good possibility that Kraken will pick up this last turret. And it's looking pretty definite. There it is. The last turret, and not going to even get one hit on the Vayne. But that's fine because now they have no defenses. Ugh, my phone is blowing up over here. A lot of starry eyes from Ringo. Seems to be quite excited by the whole ordeal. Let's see, I don't know what is going on with my phone, but it's very distracting. So let me log out of Skype here. There we go. Shut up, phone. Alright, so everybody gets some infusions. This is the game-ending fight, most likely. We're 23 minutes into this match. So we're looking at some pretty decent timers here. They come straight into our base. Not even shy about it. We turn them back. Doesn't look... Yeah, we're not going to pursue. Looks like somebody wants to shop first. But we definitely are going to want to do something with these infusions, and we definitely want to make sure that they don't have an opportunity to pick up Kraken. So it would be quite bad overall. So we see they're all kind of gathered there. Please don't face check. And, okay, so he still manages to be kind of caught out by a stun. We get the ult going off right near Ringo so we can kind of get the heal, trying to keep him alive while also trying to kill Vox. Vox goes down, and now we are going to be in a very good position because, as I said, I can just kind of jump right over Sky's ability, and she doesn't really pose much threat anymore once that happens. But I am out of munions, and the Catherine's going to get away. I'm out of munions and energy, which is a rough spot to be in for Petal. The teammate wants to surrender. I'm assuming it's a joke surrender. And Arden's just gonna go ahead and jump over the wall, leaving me completely vulnerable to this Catherine, who I try to slow, but she's just going ham, which is fine with me, because that frees up Arden to beat the crap out of the Vayne. So, whatever. Go ahead and lose the game by killing me, I don't care. And yep, there it is. And a nice pickup by Arden as Catherine's infusions drop. And that's and that's the game. A very exciting first romp into to Petal ranked there, but I mean it worked pretty well. Honestly, it was a scary team to go up against as Petal. Like I said, I don't like Sky, I don't like Vox, and I especially don't like Taka. If I had my choice, I would definitely take I would take the Sky and the Vox over the Taka, more than likely, because the Taka is just way too good at just controlling Petal with his just his ability to do so much damage, be so mobile, and not be able to control things. But yeah, I mean, it was a scary comp to go against as Petal, and it worked out. Yeah, I found some really good plays against Sky there in that match, just being able to jump over the A, and in some cases, the Suri Strike kind of just jumping out of the range of those abilities was super helpful. It's kind of counterintuitive, but jumping towards the Sky to go over her and just completely messes up, like it just completely messes up the aim of her forward barrage, and then she just can't do any damage because you're just sitting there behind her with your minions just going ham on her back. So yeah, it was a really fun match. Yeah, it was just a really interesting experience with Petal to do rank like that. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the match. I definitely enjoyed the elo and the exciting match that we had. So I'll see you guys in the next match. Later, guys. Bye.